See our high country tonight getting cold, and it's going to get colder for them. Going to get cold for us at some point.
Yeah, this weekend into next week, this is legit cold. This is some really dangerous cold that's heading away, especially for folks that don't have proper shelter. So this is really the time we got to start thinking about making sure everybody has proper shelter up there, because this is cold winter weather that's heading your way as we turn the calendar over to December. Now, across the country tomorrow, big travel day, obviously. The good news is, outside of this storm in Colorado, which is really only affecting the mountains, not so much the Front Range where Denver is located, should be okay. This is the one area of inclement weather, but it should avoid most of the major hubs for airports tomorrow. So there's going to be some delays just because there's so many people traveling. It doesn't take much. But honestly, here in the East Coast, pretty good travel day all in all. The worst weather for us is going to be on Thanksgiving morning. So if you're traveling on the morning of Thanksgiving, that's when we could have some issues. Temperatures obviously in the 40s tonight. We cool down into the 30s tomorrow for our area. Temperatures rebound back in the 60s. Not the 70 that we had today, which was really warm, 5 off the record high. This will be closer to our normal high, which is about 59 degrees right now. Futurecast shows clouds will increase tomorrow, but really no major issues. The problems really are going to be Wednesday night and Thursday, and there's still a lot of uncertainty on the timing. We're going to have a strong cold front arriving Thanksgiving morning, sometime in the morning. Could be some scattered strong storms, and these could happen right after sunrise until about 9 or 10 in the morning. But I think by the afternoon, as long as the front is moving, should be gone by lunchtime and out of here. This is when the cold air spills. And so if you're traveling early on Thanksgiving, that really is the time frame we're watching right now for the worst weather. The storm fuel, this is what we need to get thunderstorms going. You don't need a lot of this time of year because we have so much wind shear. You can see early in the morning on Thursday, 10 a.m., there's enough, especially from Charlotte south. That's enough to kick off a stray shower or thunderstorm until about lunchtime. So there is some fuel there. There are some ingredients in place for this to happen. If we do see a strong storm, gusty winds, the primary concern. But I'll tell you what, it's what we call a non-zero tornado threat. It's not really high. It's not zero either, so it's something to keep a close eye on to our south. And for that reason, the morning hours, we want you to stay weather aware, 4 a.m. to about 11 a.m., and that'll change a little bit. We'll have an update tomorrow. Storms and wind, that'll be the issues. We go through the day, it'll improve, but if you're traveling early, have the rain gear and be ready to have some wet roadways in the morning. Now, temperatures are going to get dramatically colder as that front moves through. We're going to see teens and 20s in the mountains and temperatures across the Piedmont in the 20s. This is going to be a really cold air mass that's moving in over the next couple of days. And really next week, the trough or the dip in the jet stream really takes place. So this is not going to be something that just sits over us for a day. Several days of cold temperatures, in fact, way below average temperatures likely for most of the eastern half of the country through that first week of December. You can see the next 2 days above average highs, but then from there, it's all downhill and by far the coldest air we've seen since last January. And so our first real hard freeze here coming up Saturday morning likely, but every night next week will be a hard freeze. So this is going to put an end to the growing season. So Thanksgiving holiday, biggest chance of storms in the morning. Again, about 67 degrees, but 55 on Friday. And by Saturday, we're back into the 40s. Your Guy Roofing 7-day forecast shows those temperatures taking that dip this weekend, but we'll go 10 days into the future and show all of next week highs only in the 40s and morning lows every morning down into the 20s.
All right, Brad, thanks for that heads up. We appreciate it.